Hello, my dear learners. How are you? I hope you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. For the long time, after a long time, I have come here before you to start my new class for the student of class 8. Today, I will discuss about your assignment. Actually, this is the fourth week assignment. So, dear learners, the students of class 8, today we will start a class about changing sentence. Now, how you can change assertive sentence into interrogative sentence. Dear learners, here in your grammar or composition book, which is given by Assertve at the page number 143, here design some assertive sentence. If you find in your book, how can we change it in interrogative? Okay, so my dear learners, I am starting the sentence number 1 is, it was a great sight. It was a great sight. We have to change it into interrogative. So how can we change it into interrogative? Here you look at the board. Was is a main verb as well as it was an auxiliary verb. So here is a verb. I have to change it to use the was. Okay. So how can we change it into interrogative sentence? Now I can write, wasn't it a great sight? And last is the interrogation sign. Okay, my dear learners, I think it is so much easy. You have to do at first you have to use the auxiliary verb. You have to write the at first was and the negative word not into and. Other that means wasn't. That and next you have to write the subject it and then after the rest part of the sentence. Okay, dear learners, number 2. Now we are going to the number 2. That is, no one can tolerate this. No one can tolerate this. How can we change? How can we change it? If the sentence starts with no one, none, nothing, that time we can use at first who. Okay. So now I can write, who can tolerate, who can tolerate this. Okay, dear learners, you can understand, as it is the negative sentence, so we cannot here use does not, because this is the sentence also negative. So if the sentence is negative, that time we can use who. Okay, no one can tolerate this, who can tolerate this. Dear learners, you can understand number 3. Nobody salute the setting sun. Nobody salutes the setting sun. So here we also write who salutes the setting sun. We have to write here the exclamation mark. Okay, interrogation mark. Dear learners, now I can write the number 4. Gulliver could hear his watch ticking in his pocket. How can we change it into interrogative sentence? So here Gulliver is a name. So I can write here who could or who couldn't Gulliver. In two ways we can change it into interrogative sentence. Number one, here the auxiliary verb could. So I can write couldn't Gulliver here his watch ticking in his pocket. This is one way, and another way is I will not write it. And another way is who could hear his watch ticking in his pocket. Okay, my dear learners, I think you are clear about my sentence. Now I will start number 5. Number 5, it is useless. It is useless to cry over. To cry over spilled milk. Spilled milk. How can we change it? Here the auxiliary verb. So I can write isn't it useless to cry over spilled milk? Dear learners, actually it is so easy to understand. If you find the rules, if you get the rules, the time it will be easy to you. And next I will write number 6. The beauty of nature is beyond description. How can we change it into interrogative sentence? The beauty of nature is, here is the auxiliary verb or also the main verb. So I think here I can write isn't the beauty of nature beyond description. Dear learners, now I can write number 7 here. Everybody has heard of Darwin. Everybody has heard of Darwin. So how can we change? How can we change it into interrogative sentence? Everybody. It is actually a affirmative sentence. It is also affirmative sentence. So I have to use here negative interrogative sentence. So who doesn't has will be changed into have. So who doesn't have heard of Darwin? Okay, dear learners, we have to change it into such a way. Now number 8. Number 8, he has his dinner. He has his dinner at 7 every evening. Dear learners, this is also a main verb, and this is also main verb, and we cannot use it here. We have to use doesn't. Doesn't he have? Doesn't he have his dinner at 7 every evening? So dear learners, I think you are clear about the verb. It is not auxiliary verb, it is actually main verb. Had means, has means eat, okay, eat or consume, okay. Dear learners, I think you are clear about. So as it is main verb and there is no auxiliary verb, so I have to take auxiliary verb here as doesn't, okay. You know, we have to use 3 auxiliary verbs: do, did, does. So here as the subject is third person singular number, so you have to use doesn't, okay. My dear learners, I think you are clear about my sentences. Now I am write the number 9. I told him to practice regularly. Here you look at the board. This is first infinite tense. So I have to and there is no auxiliary verb in this sentence. So I have take auxiliary verb, and if the sentence is first infinite tense, that time I can take did as a auxiliary verb. Okay. Now I can write didn't. Okay. Didn't I tell him to practice regularly? Dear learners, do you have any question about the changing of sentence the time? You can ask me question, or you can call me over phone to my number and solve this sentence and solve the problem. I think number 10. Barsu has its own reward. Barsu has its own reward. Okay, dear learners, I can use here has as a auxiliary verb. Though it is main verb, we can use here it as a auxiliary verb. So now I can write hasn't Barsu sorry, we have to write here doesn't. As it is main verb, we can use here it as auxiliary verb. Doesn't Barsu have its own reward? The question mark. Dear learners, you are clear about the sentences actually. How can we change assertive sentence into interrogative sentence? And it is also your assignment. If you follow my lecture, that time it will be easier to you to write down your home task and homework in your home. Okay, dear learners, now I am going to the another part, and that is a paragraph. How can we write paragraph? Here I will discuss here. So dear learners, let's go. Now paragraph. At first I have to write the question of the paragraph, that means answering question paragraph it is. So number 1 here write where did you visit? Where did you visit? Number 2, why did you go there? Why did you go there? Number 3, how did you go there? Number 4, who accompanied you? Number 5, did you like the place? Why or why not? Dear learners, at first you have to look at the fixture. At first you have to look at these questions. In this question, you follow. They ask, where did you go? Where did you go means you have to answer it to the answer related with the place. That means where did you go or where did you visit? That means where you go to visit a place. That means here, and another question, when did you go? That means here they attract the time of the visit or time of the going. And how did you go? That means here they ask the way, how can you go to the place? Okay, next, who accompanied you? That means who will with you to visit the place, okay, at the time of visiting the place. And the next, the last one, did you like the place? Why and why not? If you like the place, then that time you have to write the why you like the place. If you do not do not like the place, that means at that time you have to write the why not you do not like the place. Dear learners, I think you are clear about this question. That means here you have to write a paragraph. You have to write a paragraph about visiting a place. So now I can write the name of the paragraph is visiting a place. Visiting a place. This is actually the name of your paragraph, visiting a place. So according to the question, you can write at first as here, where did you visit? So you can write I visited I went to Cox's Bazar, or you can write Shad Gambuz Mosque at Bagerhat, or you can write Sonargaon or any other place if you choose that time. So and the next one is why did you go there? Why did you go there? That means in this time you can write I went there to see the place, as it is a historical place in our country and it is a World Heritage Site also, etc. you can write. So I think it will be easy to you to understand if you follow your textbook. If you find visiting a place as a paragraph, that time it will be easy to you, and you have to also write the answer of this question. So it is called the answering question paragraph. Okay, dear learners. So next one is how did you go there? That means how how you went there. How you went there. That means that time you can write I went to the place by bus or train or etc. or any other vehicles. That time you can write. And last number 4, who accompanied you? Yes, accompanied you. Accompany is your friends, maybe your friends, your teacher or your madams, teachers or madams, or your classmates and or other classmates also, and also the students of whole schools. It will is your accompanied. So dear learners, I think it is clear how can you and the last time that means if you like the place or don't like. what is your opinion. If you like it, that time you can write yes, I like the place, because by writing because, after that you have to write a description why you like the place. Okay. And if you went to Cox's Bazar, that time you can write yes, I like Cox's Bazar because it is a historical place and world heritage site, and it is the largest sea beach in the world, and it is the scenery of this place is so much attractive, and every year there are thousands people come to this place to visit the place from abroad or any other and other worlds of the country, other countries of the world. So I think if you write this in this way, it will be easy to you understand, and it will be easy to you write in your notebook or answer script. My dear learners, I think the if you write the visiting a place, it will be easy, it will be clear. I think how can you write the place? At first you have to inaugurate the place name. That means why you like the why you went to the place. Number one, that means you have to write the starting. That means it is called a starting. And next you have to write its importance. Then number three, you have to write the body of the paragraph. And then you have to write body of the paragraph. Body means why did you go there, how did you go there, who accompanied with you. It is actually your body. And next you can write why you went there, why you went there. Okay, this is called ending, actually ending. That's why you have to complete the paragraph. And if you follow any textbook or any grammar book, you can find the paragraph, and it will be easy to you to write down. If you understand my lecture, thank you, dear learners. I hope you will be stay home, stay safe, because the coronavirus or COVID-19 will be increased day by day as the winter season coming toward us. So I hope I advised you to stay home and stay safe, and must be maintain the hygiene. Thank you everybody. Thank you all. Allah Hafiz.